Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Happy greetings to you wherever you are. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Jennifer from Personal Power Wellness, and I hope that all is well. I hope that you're staying hydrated as the temperatures are increasing daily, at least if you're in the Middle East. I don't know about the US. It really depends on which state you're at or you're in. But if you're in New York, probably it's not that warm. It's pretty much staying steady in these sort of low temps. But in any case, let's just grab some water and get underway. So in this message, as you can read in the description, I want to focus on something that may help you too, because it's about a notion that maybe you've heard before or you've encountered somehow. And it is the idea that we need to fix ourselves, or we need to fix our issues and our problems in life, the ones that we're currently struggling with, before we can meet someone and have a serious relationship, or have or attract a partner, a positive partner into our life, someone with whom we can have a fruitful and positive, harmonious, healthy relationship. And I encountered this in the past couple of weeks, where I had grown close to someone, and they somehow looked at my personality, they looked at my lifestyle, and they told me that I really needed to fix myself, and I need to address my issues and fix my issues with weight and body image and food. I wouldn't say that I don't have issues or these big problems within the big scheme of things in this world, because when you look at the world and you see all these variety of issues that people cope with and have to face, some are obese, some are severely unhealthy, some are severely underweight and undernourished, and they have eating disorders. I can't say that I have an eating disorder per se, but that's a whole other topic. And that's very personal as well, because everybody will have a different judgment and critique of whatever you're doing. Like whether you eat healthy, whether you don't eat healthy, everybody has an opinion. Everybody has an idea in their head of what a person should look like to be attractive, to be healthy looking. Everybody, has a different preference and taste in their body attraction to the to whatever gender it is that they're attracted to. Some like more full body people, some like tall, some short, some skinny, some lean, some athletic. It just extends infinitely. But what I want to focus on is that, this comment that I received, it really hurt me, because it came from someone that I had opened up to just in my life, just spending time with them and exercising, and just having that kind of friendship. And when you open up to someone in general, like your family member or a friend, you develop a deeper attachment to them, and you just are more vulnerable. Like I'm being vulnerable and exposed right now, but I have to have faith that I'm strong enough to be fine with the experience that I'm having right now, and what the consequences might be, whether people have negative comments or criticisms or judgments, blah blah blah. So I had contemplated that comment, that I need to fix myself before a man can be attracted to me, or that I can have a partner and a relationship, because someone can see it. He said someone can see it from far away, that you have these things and they're holding you back, and so it's hard when like someone tells you, like if someone tells you, oh, like, well, you really should fix your issues, like you should really fix your life, and whatever you're like, if you're looking to get a better job, you should really fix your job, fix your finances, fix your situation before you can be with someone. And in fact, yes, I could agree with that on a certain level, because if you are living in a very dysfunctional lifestyle that's really unstable and insecure, then you couldn't really envision having a safe environment to raise a family if that's what you want, or to even have a life partner, because maybe that wouldn't be feasible in order to provide for them, or to even go out and have a life with them and enjoy and do the things that couples naturally inherently do together to get to know each other. And that takes money, it takes resources, it takes time, and it takes mental bandwidth, emotional bandwidth, where you can take that time and money and energy within you to do those things, where you're not stressing about survival. So I shared this with my mother, which is the only person that I really trust in the world intimately. And she has her own views on things. Of course, everybody has their own view. You have your own opinion from what I'm saying. But I'm sharing it as an example that maybe you will encounter this, or someone, or you may have experienced this before. And it kind of stops you in your tracks, and it makes you think. It helps you to ponder and contemplate whether it's true or not, because I know that we need to be open to different perspectives and things that can enhance and improve us. But I think that it's helpful to just kind of look at just knowing yourself a little bit better, and seeing, where your life is at and how you're living, and whether you really are dysfunctional, whether you have problems or issues. I mean, do you have things that are really overt obstacles? Because otherwise it could just be your own decisions that you consciously don't make the effort to go out and meet people, or you are actually not doing things to enhance that meeting of someone, have a relationship, or move forward in whatever direction you want. But I think to sum it up is that I don't think you necessarily have to have it all figured out. And I don't think a person needs to have them, you don't have to be perfect and already put together in order for you to meet someone. Because actually many times in relationships, you see that people actually come together and they can have a harmonious, loving, amazing relationship based on their growth together, based on them evolving together, helping each other. Because when you come with a partner and you meet and you connect, you're only starting to scratch the surface in terms of knowing their personality, their character, their temperament, their lifestyle, their preferences, their behaviors and habits, etc. And even that will change with time, which we know for sure based on people that we see who have longer term relationships. And the older they've gotten, they still say, I'm still getting to know them. I'm still learning who they are. I'm surprised by what I learn sometimes from what they do. And some people even get divorced after years of being together, after having children, having a house, going through the whole process of the typical family dream. They get divorced because they grow apart, they grow differently. So clearly, think a relationship can be made, but it doesn't mean that it's the right relationship, or that it's going to stay together just because you came together and united. Maybe at that time too, you didn't have it all put together either. And I've seen that too. A lot of couples, they meet when they're younger, and they're certainly not fully evolved and matured, but they're married and they want to be together, and for whatever reason, something connected and vibed and matched. And then whether they have a happy long-term relationship or not, well, that's their destiny, and that's we wait with time to see. Time will tell. But in terms of you and me and anyone that for instance, for you, it may be, I need to lose weight. I need to look more beautiful before I can attract a guy or a woman. I need to be more handsome and successful and richer, and I need to get the right car and be in the right apartment, and I need to just have my finances set up just so. in order to be in the right place, to be ready to have a child. And even partners together, couples, they wait and wait until their finances are in a certain state so that they can then have children, but then they don't do that because they say, well, are we going to be waiting forever? So I think that what I would wish to boil it down to is that no, I don't think you have to have it all figured out. I don't believe that you need to have yourself put together and have yourself like fully, like strong in these areas necessarily. It can help. It can help definitely, or maybe not, because maybe you'll have it all set up just nicely, like you tie the bow and everything is done and you're ready, like you have the right body, you have the right finances, you have the right job, you live in the right area, etc., etc. And yet you might have difficulty meeting someone, or you might meet someone and then it doesn't work out. I mean, there's just so much variety and diversity in the way things can unfold. So who's to say, and how do we know that you really have to have it all together? And for me personally, I think that actually there's a lot of beauty and fruitfulness that can emerge from two people who help each other to grow and evolve into a fuller expression of their greatest self. Because maybe that's the beauty, and what will be part of the sacredness of that union is that together you will grow better. And that's where you have a unique and one-of-a-kind bond that no one else can really duplicate, that you couldn't have in that way with anyone else. So maybe things are unfolding in the perfect way, and this is just how it's supposed to be, until the circumstance lines up that it's the right time in your life, in my life, to have a partner. And then things will unfold in that direction because it will be the time in the chapter for that particular stage of life. And you may not need to be totally, perfect to have it sorted and to have that, and another aspect of the comment that I had gotten was that people, guys, in my case it's guys because I like men, is that, guys can see it from afar away, that you have issues, that you have problems, that something's not like totally okay. And I don't know. I don't know what any other person, man or woman, is thinking before they see me or as they see me. I've gotten good feedback from other people. I've gotten no feedback from others. So I was astonished at that kind of consideration. But I don't want to absorb that information necessarily, because then you're sort of setting yourself up for failure, in the sense that you've already programmed yourself that, oh my God, like, Joe over there or Bill, he sees me and he's already like seeing my insecurities and my inadequacies, and he can clearly see that I'm not material and I'm not good enough. And I just don't think that's helpful at all. Even if they think that, I don't know, and I don't want to get into anyone's head about what they think if I have this or that or whatever, if I'm mentally stable. I mean, as far as I know, maybe men never even think about, when they see a female from afar, I wonder if that potential mate is mentally, and emotionally secure and stable. And maybe a psychologist would think about that, but I don't think most guys, especially at the bar, will think about that. And then, and that's another consideration, is like, do others have it all put together? Does everyone else have it figured out and, they have the good relationship? Is it because I'm very fastidious and obsessive about my nutrition? Is that a bad trait in his estimation? Whereas it can be seen as a trait of being very fastidious and conscientious and considerate about how I am nourishing and fueling my body in order to maintain healthy immune levels and good digestion, good quality overall of life and skin. I mean, it's not perfect. I'm not perfect. I definitely have my own labeled insufficiencies, But I think a lot of people do, and when they don't care about food, then they end up getting sick. Which only happens as they get older and they have all this plethora of ailments and a whole slew of medications they have to take. So, was that the answer? I mean, it's like I don't really want to be paying money to the pharmaceuticals and to insurance if I can help myself. And that's also related to why I have my approach to food and nutrition. But again, I mean, we're human. I'm human. I'm certainly not perfect. And that's why I share my perspective on this channel, in this forum. And yeah, so that's where I stand, and that's my view. Maybe it supports your own journey as you meet different people, and different people will have different ideas about what's the right way, what's not the right way, and how you should get yourself you should be better, pretty much. Like, you should fix yourself and be better and fix your issues and your fears and inadequacies before you can have a partner. And I just don't think that's absolutely true. I mean, it could be true for some people. It may not be true for you or for me. It may not be true for me. I don't know. Only time will tell. But for now, what we're looking for is, compassion and comfort and peace in your own mind and body. Because there's enough stress in the world without letting other people's comments that hurt you or that make you feel destabilized and insecure, things that ramp up our insecurity and anxiety, which we don't really need to add fuel to the fire in that regard. What we want is more compassion, sharing in a respectful way, and non-judgment. And at least that's my perspective. So yeah, I hope that I've encapsulated in some way in this message where I am at the moment on that front. And maybe it supports your own journey forward, which I truly hope it will uplift and inspire and enhance your own life experience. So, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you soon, and let me know if you have any of your own insight or feedback or perspective, because we all have our own unique life and background. So, it's an incredible world. Great friends. I'll leave it like that for now. I'll see you next time, and thank you for watching this video, for supporting my channel. And if you haven't gone to my YouTube channel, or you're here already and you haven't subscribed, well, now's the time to subscribe and tune in further as we open up more and continue to share these wellness messages. Bye for now, and be well, and thank you from Jan at Personal Power Wellness Life Coaching. Goodbye.